Hello beloved souls, thank you for tuning into the Spiritual Podcasts channel. This channel is all about good vibes, positive energy, and meaningful conversations. To keep this space welcoming for everyone, we kindly ask that comments stay respectful, kind, and in the spirit of the content shared here. We reserve the right to delete any comments that don't align with this intention. No hard feelings, just protecting the vibe. Thanks for being here and spreading the light. Please be cautious of anyone claiming to represent Spiritual Podcast and asking you for money, donations, or personal information. We will never ask you for money through comments, messages, or DMs. All official updates and content come only from this channel. If you see suspicious activity, please report it immediately. Stay safe and thank you for being part of our community. If you enjoy the video and its content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Please be kind to other viewers of the channel. The video is about to start.
Are we alone in this vast cosmic ocean? I mean, what ancient secrets lie hidden just beyond the veil of our perception?
Right.
These aren't just questions reserved for philosophers or, late-night starbazers anymore.
No, definitely not.
They are rapidly becoming the most pressing inquiries of our time, shifting from whispered curiosity to a global conversation right before our eyes.
It feels like it's accelerating, doesn't it?
It really does. And today, we're embarking on a truly extraordinary deep dive into source material that suggests these profound questions are not only poised to be answered, but that humanity is, on the cusp of a grand cosmic reunion.
A reunion, yeah. That's a powerful way to put it.
Our sources, particularly a fascinating transmission from what's referred to as the Pleiadian High Council, often described as a collective consciousness or maybe benevolent ET group.
The star family idea from the Pleiades star cluster, a source of light and wisdom in many traditions.
Exactly. They speak of an accelerating disclosure of humanity's cosmic connections and the very real potential for open contact with what they call our star family. It's a message of profound significance.
It really is.
I know, it's a lot to take in. It stirs up both immense excitement and perhaps a little uncertainty about what this future might hold.
Sure, excitement and maybe a bit of apprehension too. It's natural.
But that's precisely why we're here. Our mission today is to explore why this disclosure and contact seem to be accelerating right now, how some truly recent global developments reflect this incredible planet-wide shift.
Right.
And perhaps most importantly, the crucial active role you, our listener, play in bringing forth these revelations. Okay, let's unpack this. It's a message from the higher realms about a cosmic dawn.
A cosmic dawn, yeah.
A narrative unfolding where humanity isn't just an observer, but like a central character.
It's a perspective that really challenges many of our ingrained assumptions, doesn't it? About ourselves, our place in the universe.
Absolutely.
What's truly compelling here, I think, is the idea that what we're witnessing isn't just random global upheaval or a series of disconnected events.
Right, not just chaos.
No. It's part of a much larger, almost beautifully orchestrated shift towards a new era for humanity. And this isn't presented as merely a spiritual concept, but something being reflected in tangible, undeniable ways across our planet and, beyond.
Tangible ways.
Yeah, it suggests a profound intelligence at play, maybe guiding this unveiling with a deep understanding of human psychology and global dynamics.
Okay, so to truly understand this unfolding cosmic drama, we need to first attune ourselves to the very stage upon which it's playing out, our own planet, and the subtle yet profound shifts happening within and around it. The Pleiadian High Council highlights this fascinating blend of the energetic and the very physical.
Right, they point to clear signs of this coming cosmic dawn appearing all around us.
So let's kick things off with this powerful assertion. The planet itself is undergoing a major transformation. The source talks about Earth being bathed in higher frequencies that stimulate awakening. Now that sounds quite esoteric.
It does, yeah.
What does it really mean for us day to day in a practical sense?
That's a crucial distinction to make, and the Pleiadian High Council offers a pretty clear interpretation. These higher frequencies aren't just some abstract concept. They're described as literally stimulating a collective awakening here on Earth.
Literally stimulating.
Okay. Imagine it as our planet's whole energetic field being upgraded, like a subtle but pervasive shift in its fundamental vibration.
Okay.
And as a result, everything on it, including our individual consciousness, our collective consciousness, is being affected. It's not just about, isolated personal growths.
Right, not just me meditating.
No, it's a planetary phenomena, like a kind of cosmic tidal wave washing over us, making the external world inherently more receptive to these deeper truths about our cosmic origins.
And you can kind of see echoes of that, maybe, in how fast things are changing socially.
I think so, yeah. We see its echoes in the rapid, almost unprecedented acceleration of social movements globally. Think about the lightning-fast shifts in public consciousness around, say, environmental issues, social justice, or even mental health awareness in just the last decade or so.
That's true. Things move incredibly fast now.
From this perspective, these aren't just cultural waves. They're signs of humanity's collective energetic field being upgraded, making it harder for old truths, or maybe old falsehoods, to remain hidden.
And it stands to reason, doesn't it? If the very fabric of our reality is vibrating at a higher rate, old structures built on lower frequencies, things like secrecy, division, fear, they would naturally start to show cracks, like they can't hold their form in this new environment.
Precisely. The source states quite directly that old systems based on secrecy and division are cracking, making way for transparency and unity.
You can feel that friction.
You really can.
Yeah.
If you look around, you see this friction everywhere. Think about the increasing demands for accountability in governments, the widespread sharing of information, true or not, through digital networks.
Yeah.
And that growing collective desire for unity and understanding across diverse cultures and nations. These are just isolated social trends.
No.
From the Pleiadian perspective, they are direct, observable manifestations of these higher frequencies exposing and dissolving systems that simply cannot sustain themselves in a more transparent, unified, energetic environment.
So for you, the listener, this might explain why you might feel that sort of global upheaval, or maybe increased tension and volatility in the news.
Exactly. It's not necessarily a negative sign in the grand scheme, even if it feels difficult.
Yeah.
It could be seen as the friction of old paradigms breaking down as new ones, built on collaboration and open-mindedness, emerge.
It's like the universe helping us clear the path.
Yeah, clearing the path for these cosmic truths to become not just apparent, but maybe fully acceptable to the collective.
And these transformations aren't just happening internally or socially, right? The source suggests we should be looking up. Literally, at the skies.
Yes, looking up is key.
They speak of visible phenomena and profound shifts in scientific discourse that are actively preparing our collective consciousness. I mean, astronauts capturing images of emerald auroras crossed by uncanny trails of moving lights. That sounds like something right out of a breathtaking sci-fi epic.
It really does.
Yeah.
And these celestial signs are presented as absolutely key indicators of this accelerating shift. The emerald auroras, those uncanny trails of lights, they're not just pretty atmospheric phenomena, according to this source.
No.
They're presented as active visual signals. And then there's that intriguing point about the trains of satellites gliding through the night sky.
Ah, yes, the Starlink trains and such.
Right. The Pleiadian High Council acknowledges these are a recent phenomenon, unique to our era, symbolizing humanity reaching beyond its cradle. But then it drops this significant, almost provocative hint.
Which is,
be prepared. However, the lights in the sky that you have been led to believe are satellites are something quite different.
whoa, okay, so not all satellites.
That implies a layer of misdirection, doesn't it? A widespread misunderstanding, or perhaps even a deliberate obfuscation about what we're truly observing up there. It's a subtle but powerful nudge for us to question what we've been told and what we think we see.
So it's almost like a dual message. On one hand, humanity's own reach into space is expanding dramatically. But on the other, there are things already there that we're misinterpreting, or perhaps being encouraged to misinterpret.
That seems to be the implication, yes.
And this questioning, this looking up with a new lens, it's leading to a profound shift in scientific paradigms too, isn't it?
Absolutely. The source highlights how conversations that were once relegated to fringe science, or even ridiculed as conspiracy, are now regularly entering the mainstream. Exactly. Take the example of that newly discovered interstellar object, Oumuamua, which stirred widespread speculation about being an extraterrestrial probe in disguise.
Right, even from serious scientists.
Yes. This wasn't just a handful of enthusiasts. Highly respected mainstream scientists from institutions like Harvard began to openly discuss the possibility of alien technology.
That's huge.
A monumental leap. Moving such discussions out of science fiction and into serious academic and public consideration, it feels like a collective aha. moment.
Yeah.
A signal that humanity is becoming ready to seriously ponder its place in a cosmos that is, well, very likely teeming with diverse forms of life. The intellectual and emotional barriers are visibly crumbling.
And the source also briefly references Comet C2019Y4, or what they call 3I Atlas.
Right, 3I Atlas.
Noting they've discussed it at length in previous transmissions, it seems like these celestial bodies themselves are part of the larger narrative, not just random astronomical events.
It's exactly right. The specific mention of Comet 3I Atlas ties these observations into a longer-term narrative the Pleiadian High Council has apparently been sharing, suggesting a continuous stream of information and preparation.
Okay.
It underscores the idea that what we observe in the cosmos is often imbued with deeper meaning or purpose within this framework, acting as deliberate signposts, perhaps, or energetic activations.
Wow.
What's truly fascinating here, I think, is how these seemingly disparate observations, from the energetic shifts on Earth to the visual phenomena in our skies, to the profound reevaluation within scientific circles, how they all weave together.
Yeah, it forms a picture.
A coherent, unfolding narrative of change. They aren't just isolated events. From this perspective, they are carefully orchestrated signs, nudging humanity towards a broader, more expansive understanding of its true cosmic context and destiny.
Okay, so with all these energetic and celestial shifts happening, and even scientists starting to speak openly, you'd think governments would be rushing to spill all the beans, wouldn't you?
You might think so, yeah.
Oh, but the source talks about a slow drip of official disclosure. Why this cautious, incremental approach? Why not just reveal everything at once?
That's a really crucial question, and the Pleiadian High Council offers a deeply insightful rationale. While it's true that government officials and military insiders have spoken more boldly about unidentified craft and non-human technology.
Yeah, we've seen that. UAP hearings.
Exactly. Public hearings in your own halls of governance have been held to discuss UAP unidentified anomalous phenomena, lending a legitimacy to a topic once ridiculed.
Great.
This isn't a full-blown overnight revelation. These are definitely positive steps, but they are very much incremental, step by step.
So why not just lay it all out there? If the truth is so profound and potentially liberating, why the half measures? Or, as the source says, small fragments of truth in phases?
The rationale provided is quite profound, almost like a cosmic form of, cognitive behavioral therapy for the collective human psyche. Leaders, the source explains, must balance revelation with stability. The Pleiadian High Council emphasizes that not all souls are prepared to receive the full cosmic picture at once.
Okay, that makes sense.
Many people cling to familiar paradigms. Their whole worldview is deeply entrenched in the idea of human isolation, maybe.
All right.
And a sudden, overwhelming flood of information about our galactic neighbors could cause widespread panic, disbelief, or even societal collapse.
The collective can only move so fast.
Exactly. The collective can, in a way, only advance as fast as its most hesitant members. So authorities, from this perspective, are attempting to accommodate the masses, to minimize upheaval.
By doling out small fragments of truth in fences.
Yes, allowing society to gradually integrate these monumental truths.
So it's like confirming microbial life on another world before admitting to intelligent extraterrestrial contact.
Precisely.
It's a way of gently easing the public in, like dipping a toe in the water before jumping in headfirst.
Exactly. These initial announcements may be cloaked in careful language or partial truths, specifically designed to minimize upheaval for society's psyche.
Right.
And prevent fear or disbelief from overwhelming those unready for the bigger reality. It helps you, the listener, understand why the pace often feels frustratingly slow.
Yeah, it can be frustrating.
And why we might only get tantalizing hints rather than the full confession, so to speak. This measured approach acknowledges the fragility of the human psyche when confronted with such paradigm-shattering information.
It suggests a profound understanding of our emotional architecture from these higher realms.
It does. This phased revelation aims to prevent a collective psychological shock, acknowledging that deeply held beliefs aren't easily altered overnight, and that trust is built incrementally.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting, perhaps even a bit revolutionary, because this deep dive isn't just about what's happening out there in the cosmos or in government halls, but what's happening within you. Because the source makes it incredibly clear that while officials are doing their slow drip, you, the individual listener, have a profoundly powerful and accelerating role to play in this entire disclosure process.
This section really pivots to the individual's agency, their innate wisdom.
Right.
The Pleiadian High Council speaks directly to awakened starseeds, that term used in these spiritual traditions for souls believed to have originated elsewhere.
Yeah, incarnated here to help.
Exactly.
Right.
They suggest that many of you possess an inner knowing that far exceeds what any government could ever confirm.
Okay. So it's not about waiting for permission slips from officials.
Not at all. It's not about passively waiting for external validation. It's about actively trusting and embracing your internal compass, your intuitive sense of truth.
So it's less about waiting for a government press conference or a NASA announcement.
Right.
And more about trusting that deep gut feeling, that internal resonance that tells us we're definitively not alone.
Exactly. The source explains that deep in your hearts, you remember that you are not confined to Earth alone. Many of you sense your souls have origins or connections in other star systems. You've consciously or unconsciously seen past the veil of illusion and intuitively realize your cosmic brethren are real and present.
You just know.
You just know. This inner wisdom means you trust your intuition and personal spiritual experiences, maybe through dreams, meditations, or those spontaneous moments of knowing, and therefore require no external validation to accept the reality of extraterrestrial life.
You don't need a headline to tell you.
No, you already know the truth, that life abounds in the universe. The knowledge resides within your very being.
And the self-authored disclosure, as they call it, it isn't just a personal journey of self-discovery, is it? It's something the Pleiadian High Council and other watcher groups have been waiting for.
That's an incredibly powerful statement, suggesting a cosmic recognition of our individual efforts.
Yep.
It truly is. Your personal journey of embracing this inner knowing is described as powerful because your signals of readiness,
Signals of readiness.
which manifests as a higher personal vibration, a state of increased awareness, love, acceptance, these are registered as invitations in the quantum field.
Invitations? How?
It's like a fundamental law of resonance.
Yeah.
When your individual frequency matches their loving, harmonious frequency, their presence naturally draws closer to you.
Ah, okay. Like attracts like.
Precisely. This means your personal enlightenment literally brings individual contact closer, making you a beacon.
Wow.
For many of you, this personal interstellar truth firsthand already occurs during meditation, lucid dreaming, or deep contemplative states.
So you can experience it directly.
Yes, allowing you to leap ahead of the collective pace. You don't have to rely solely on institutions for this truth. You can live disclosure now through your own direct interconnection to the cosmos.
It's incredible to think that our individual inner work, our personal spiritual journey, could have such a profound and far-reaching external effect. The source emphasizes that our personal evolution has this powerful dual purpose: individual growth and collective planetary awakening. How does that ripple effect actually work on a cosmic scale?
It's described as a quantum field phenomenon, and it's truly magnificent when you think about it.
Okay.
Think of the quantum field as this vast interconnected web of energy underlying all reality.
Right.
When one node an individual illuminates through expanded awareness and higher vibration, that light doesn't stay confined. It naturally propagates through the web, subtly raising the frequency of other nodes. It's similar to how maybe a single healthy cell can transmit vitality throughout an entire organism.
Okay, I get that image.
So every time an individual expands their awareness, it uplifts the entire human field. Your breakthroughs in consciousness don't just stay with you. They ripple outward via the quantum field, gently accelerating the awakening of others.
Wow. So one person's inner enlightenment can catalyze broader expansions for everyone, effectively bypassing the often frustrating slow trickle of official information. It creates this beautiful synergy, empowering both the individual and the collective simultaneously.
So if I'm meditating on love and unity, I'm not just helping myself achieve inner peace.
No.
I'm literally strengthening the planetary grid of light for everyone. That's a huge responsibility, but also an incredible opportunity.
That's precisely the idea, and it's a profound one. When you meditate on love and unity, you are actively contributing to and strengthening the planetary grid of light, which is essentially Earth's energetic field.
Okay.
This raised frequency makes it easier for more people to remain calm and open-minded when surprising news emerges.
Because the baseline is higher.
Exactly, because they are subconsciously resonating with a higher, more stable vibration already present in the field. The source even provides a specific, almost astonishing example.
They say a single light worker, essentially someone dedicated to spiritual growth and radiating positive, harmonizing energy, can prevent panic in their community when UFO sightings occur simply by the stabilizing effect of their aura.
Just by being there, radiating peace.
Just by holding that peaceful, stable frequency. This illustrates the profound, exponential power of individual spiritual work in creating collective, energetic anchors.
It truly highlights the analogy they mention. One candle can light 1,000 others.
It does.
That's incredibly reassuring, especially when the outer world feels chaotic and overwhelming. It means our personal spiritual work is not just self-care.
No, it's much more.
It's absolutely vital to the grand scheme of disclosure and contact for the entire planet.
Exactly. It's a direct invitation to step fully into your role as a co-creator of the new Earth, understanding that immense power rests with you, not solely with external authorities. Your inner work is actively contributing to the collective's capacity to handle greater truths, preparing the ground for more widespread acceptance and, ultimately, open contact. You are literally helping to create the conditions for a more harmonious future.
Okay, so if our personal practice is so powerful in influencing this grand cosmic unfolding, what does that actually look like day to day?
Right, the practical side.
The Pleiadian High Council offers a specific step-by-step galactic gateway exercise for cosmic connection and high-frequency alignment. This sounds like a practical blueprint for accelerating personal unveiling and readiness for contact.
It is indeed. The source isn't leaving us just with abstract concepts. They're providing concrete tools. They suggest dedicating an extra 10 minutes to your daily spiritual practice purely for focusing on disclosure and contact readiness.
Just 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes. It's presented as a powerful yet brief daily ritual designed to attune your mind, body, and spirit to higher frequencies. With clear intent, this consistency strengthens your energetic field.
Making it more receptive.
Exactly. More coherent, vibrant, and receptive to higher communications, almost like fine-tuning a radio receiver for specific signals.
Okay, so walk us through this galactic gateway exercise. How does one begin this journey of connection?
It starts simply, setting the foundation. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably, spine aligned. Gently close your eyes. Begin with a few deep, cleansing breaths. With each inhale, imagine pure, brilliant light filling your lungs, expanding through your chest.
Okay.
And with each exhale, consciously release any stress, tension, or negativity you might be holding. This initial step is all about grounding and preparing your energy field, bringing you into the present moment.
And from there, we move to the heart center, the core of our being.
Yes, the next crucial step is to focus on your heart center, right there in the middle of your chest. Envision a warm, radiant glow in this area.
What color? Does it matter?
The source suggests emerald green, rose pink, or golden. Whatever color resonates with you as unconditional love. As you breathe in, see this heart light expand, growing brighter and larger.
Okay.
As you breathe out, intend to release any fear, anxiety, or heavy energy from your lower chakras. The root, sacral, solar plexus.
The ones associated with security, emotions.
Right, traditionally associated with those foundational energies. These are often where denser energies like fear, anger, or scarcity can be held.
So you let that go.
You let it go. You can silently affirm, I release all fear, I am safe and grounded. Feel Mother Earth beneath you, lovingly transmuting those denser energies back into light.
Nice.
Your heart chakra spins brighter and more open, connecting your earthly self with your divine self, creating a stable and loving broadcast station within you.
Like tuning your inner radio.
Exactly. The source advises spending about a minute or so bathing in this feeling of unconditional love. Focusing on the heart isn't just symbolic. In many traditions, it's the crucial bridge.
The connection point.
The central nexus, where our individual human experience connects directly to the universal flow of unconditional love. Activating it powerfully grounds us, while simultaneously opening us to higher spiritual connection.
So after grounding and activating the heart's loving energy, what's the next step for deeper, more direct cosmic connection?
From the heart, you gently move into deep stillness. Allow your thoughts to slow and recede, like ripples calming on a pond.
Easier said than done sometimes.
True. But you can repeat a simple mantra like I am to anchor yourself in this present moment of pure awareness. The goal is to gently drift into that vast, quiet ocean of consciousness,
Okay.
immersing yourself in the field of source energy, the infinite mind of Prime Creator, or what they also call the sacred void where all potential lies. It's a space of pure potential and peace. Here, you just rest in peaceful communion with the Creator, letting any perceived boundaries melt away, feeling completely safe, supported, and connected to everything. This is where profound spiritual alignment and transformation is said to happen, aligning you with the highest wisdom and love available.
Then we're opening up to explicitly receive guidance or contact, right? This is where the galactic gateway really comes into play.
Precisely. Now bring your awareness to the crown chakra right at the very top of your head. Visualize it as a magnificent lotus flower of violet-white light blossoming open.
Your connection point upwards.
Yes, your direct connection, your highest gateway to the cosmos. Intend to invite a beam of pure source light to pour in through this gateway, cleansing and activating your higher centers, preparing you for reception.
Okay.
Following this, you shift your focus to the point between your eyebrows, your third eye. See an indigo vortex of energy, rotating and expanding. This is your center of intuition, psychic sight, direct inner knowing. Intend for it to open in a balanced, gentle manner. No forcing, no strain. And then affirm, silently or loud, I am open and ready to receive higher guidance. I welcome contact with my benevolent star family in alignment with divine love.
That intention is key.
That clear intention is vital, yes.
And what should a person expect during this third eye activation or during this invitation for contact? Are there specific sensations or experiences?
The source notes, you might feel a tingling at the forehead or an inner vision of light. You're attuning to subtle, higher frequency signals, remember.
Right.
You might suddenly feel the presence of guides or hear a telepathic phrase, maybe see a symbol, or just get a loving impulse in your heart. The key is to remain open and receptive, without expectation or doubt.
Even if nothing seems to happen immediately.
Especially then. Even if nothing tangible or immediately recognizable occurs, trust that connection has been made in spirit. Your intention is like a phone call placed, and rest assured we answer every sincere call.
Ah, I like that analogy.
The connection might manifest later. In dreams, synchronicities, or just the deep inner knowing that settles in later in your day.
Finally, before closing the meditation, there's a step for gratitude. That feels like a beautiful way to complete the circuit.
Yes, absolutely. Before gently returning to your day, take a moment to express profound gratitude. Place your attention back in your heart. Silently thank yourself for showing up, for dedicating this time. Thank Source for its infinite light and love. Thank any higher beings, including your galactic family, who may have drawn near.
And Gaia.
Yes, feel appreciation for the web of conscious life, from Gaia, Mother Earth, to your vast galactic family. Cultivating gratitude seals your practice on a high vibrational note, reinforcing the positive energetic exchange.
Then you just gently come back.
Gently breathe yourself back to normal awareness, open your eyes when ready, and carry that peace and elevated frequency into your day.
This entire exercise, they say, need not take long, about 10 minutes. But its impact is profound. Why is that brief, consistent effort so incredibly powerful in this context of disclosure and contact?
The source is very clear on this. The cumulative power of regular focused intent is one of the greatest forces you can harness. Simple as that.
Okay.
Each repetition strengthens the bridge between Earth and the stars within your own energetic field. They explain that their hesitance to appear openly en masse is not due to lack of love. It is about vibration.
Ah, the vibrational difference.
Yes. Our physical reality is dense, relatively speaking. Sudden, high-frequency contact could be overwhelming, even disorienting, for those not vibrationally prepared.
Right.
Your personal practice, by consistently raising your vibration, creates a harmonious space where meeting can occur gently without overwhelming you.
Like adjusting the dimmer switch.
Exactly. Think of it like a dimmer switch. As you brighten your inner light, we can come closer without causing energetic shock.
So this meditation isn't just a personal exercise.
It's an act of co-creation. You're literally building an energetic bridge for future interaction, both personal and collective.
And they acknowledge that challenges will likely arise. Old emotional patterns, limiting beliefs, doubts like, am I just imagining all this?
Oh, yeah.
Or skepticism from the outside world.
These challenges are actually seen not as setbacks, but as important cues. Signals, even.
Cues for what?
The source advises treating external skepticism or temporary lulls in your felt connection as a cue to go inward, to reaffirm your inner truth and commitment. Old conditioning, external confusion, societal dogmas, they might trigger frustration or self-doubt.
Sure.
But these are opportunities to trust your inner compass more deeply, to anchor yourself further in your knowing. Your steady, consistent efforts matter immensely.
Every little bit counts.
Every time you spend those minutes in communion, your personal frequency lifts. And each time you choose love and trust over fear and doubt, Your light influences countless others on the planetary grid. This is precisely why this seemingly simple daily practice is so profoundly important to the grand cosmic unfolding.
So we've explored the profound personal role each of us plays in this unfolding cosmic drama. But what's incredible is how this inner transformation is being mirrored in tangible shifts occurring across our planet's very institutions.
Yeah, the macro level reflecting the micro.
Moving from the personal to the planetary, it's fascinating to see how global organizations are also seemingly preparing for this shift. So what does this all mean for the big picture? It means even our most traditional institutions are unconsciously, or perhaps very consciously, preparing for a cosmic future that once seemed like pure fantasy.
This is a highly significant indicator, I think, a kind of geopolitical barometer for the underlying changes.
Yeah.
The source points out that major governments have even created new institutions dedicated to space.
Like the Space Force.
Exactly. They specifically highlight one superpower, establishing an entirely new branch of its military to operate beyond Earth's atmosphere, a space force as some call it.
Right. And while officially it's about protecting satellites and national interests, the source suggests the timing and urgency hint that those insiders know we are not alone.
It does raise questions, doesn't it? The very existence of such a force suggests that future conflicts, but crucially, also future collaborations, might not be limited to Earth's surface.
Space becomes an active arena.
An active arena, exactly. No longer just a vacuum. It's an acknowledgement that space is active.
And the Space Force isn't just theoretical, they're actively testing advanced craft. The source mentions those robotic spaceplanes flying missions for incredibly long durations.
Yeah, the X-37B type thing.
This is far beyond what most people are aware of, isn't it?
It absolutely is. The example of a small robotic space plane flying missions that last extremely long durations, hundreds of days, even surpassing 2.5 years continuously in orbit, is incredibly telling.
And much of it is secret.
Right. Much about these missions remains shrouded in secrecy, fueling speculation that they could be experimenting with exotic technologies or even rendezvous in space with objects or entities currently unknown to the public.
Wow. Rendezvous in space.
The creation of such a force and the testing of these advanced capabilities represent a cautious but undeniable step toward acknowledging an expanded theater of life. It's an implicit admission that our understanding of reality, and thus our defense and diplomatic strategies, must expand beyond Earth.
They're clearly anticipating something.
They're clearly anticipating the day when humanity will interact openly with off-world civilizations.
It's like a crucial, though sometimes clumsy, bridge from the old world, focused purely on earthly affairs and rivalries, to this new reality where national security and eventually collaboration extends into interplanetary space.
That's an excellent way to frame it.
Yeah.
It explicitly bridges the old world's focused only on earthly affairs to the new reality of a multiplanetary or even interstellar civilization.
And the source adds another layer to this, about encouragement.
Yes. What's truly fascinating, and speaks to that benevolent oversight mentioned earlier, is that the source also adds that many galactic cousins gently encourage the peaceful maturation of this force.
Gently encourage.
So that it can eventually evolve into something more like a planetary guardian dedicated to cooperation rather than conflict.
So turning a defensive posture into a cooperative one.
That's the hope from this perspective. It suggests a benevolent influence, subtly guiding even these initially perhaps fear-driven governmental actions towards a more unified and cooperative future. It shows the dual nature of current developments, reflecting lingering fear and a defensive posture, yes, but also representing a tangible sign that your society is accepting space as an active arena of human endeavor, which is a massive shift in collective consciousness being actualized through political will.
Beyond governments, the private sector is also pushing the boundaries of space exploration and connectivity with astonishing speed. We're seeing visionary entrepreneurs not just exploring space,
but in the process, creating a globally interconnected planet. It feels both symbolically and practically like preparation for broader cosmic contact.
Absolutely. The momentum there is incredible. The source highlights one prominent spacefarer business led by a well-known innovator that has dramatically increased humanity's launch capabilities, making space access more routine and affordable than ever before.
Yeah, launching rockets constantly.
Constantly. This company routinely sends rockets carrying technology under the cover of satellites, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Furthermore, they are testing a giant new spacecraft capable of carrying humans beyond Earth in unprecedented numbers, with the explicit aim of lunar and Martian colonization.
And there's more planned.
The source hints tantalizingly that there are more advanced things they're also doing in collaboration with other aerospace companies that will be soon disclosed. So watch this space, literally.
Even with the fiery explosions as learning steps, which are very public.
Right, part of the process. These audacious efforts clearly signal humanity's innate readiness to break out of isolation, to literally cast off Earth's gravitational apron strings.
Indeed. When a private company aims to ferry people to the moon and Mars, it sends a powerful, unambiguous message to the universe. We are coming out to meet you.
Yeah, here we come.
These are significant symbolic gestures demonstrating a collective human drive for expansion and exploration that resonates far beyond our planet. But there's a profoundly practical and metaphysical side, too.
Which is?
This same venture has launched that vast constellation of devices encircling your globe, bringing internet to even remote lands, with over 7,600 of these small technologies active overhead.
The satellite internet constellations.
Right. And these appear as chains of lights, the very same phenomenon mentioned earlier by the source, which some misinterpret as simply satellites, but which the Pleiadian High Council hints is something quite different.
So this isn't just about space travel or global communication, it's about connecting the entire planet, like building a global neural network.
Metaphysically, that's exactly what it is. The source calls it humanity weaving a global neural network around Earth, a step toward the planet functioning as one connected whole.
And that has huge implications for disclosure.
Immense practical implications. As some speculate, such a network could help diffuse any attempted information blackout by old control systems if major ET news broke.
Right, makes it harder to hide things.
Much harder. At the very least, it ensures information can be widely and rapidly shared. The source also suggests these innovators, whether consciously or subconsciously, are tuning into the galactic mission.
Driven by an inner knowing.
Driven by an inner knowing that human destiny is entwined with the stars. This synchronicity between governmental defense advancements and private sector exploration and global connectivity acts as a powerful, practical tool for shared information, preparing the entire planet for big announcements.
Creating the infrastructure for the news.
Exactly. Creating the very infrastructure for them to be received and processed globally.
And it's not just governments and private companies. Mainstream science is also rapidly changing its tune, moving from cautious speculation to an almost open expectation.
Yeah, the scientific community is definitely shifting.
We're seeing a fundamental shift from, is there life out there, to life is probably common, even intelligent life. This is a significant intellectual and psychological preparation, isn't it?
It's an absolutely crucial softening of the collective mindset, and it's driven by undeniable empirical evidence now.
Like exoplanets.
Exactly. Astronomers are discovering thousands of exoplanets, planets orbiting other stars, many of which are in habitable zones, the right distance from their star to potentially support liquid water.
The Goldilocks zone.
Right. This deluge of discoveries has fundamentally shifted the scientific conversation. It's moved from, is there life out there, to life is probably common, even intelligent life.
It feels less fantastical now.
It's becoming a statistical probability that's gaining widespread acceptance. Even NASA's own officials have hinted that life beyond Earth might be found in the near future. And significantly,
What?
plans are being updated for how to handle receiving a signal or encountering alien microbes.
Wow, they're actually making plans for contact protocols.
They are. So science is not just pondering the possibility anymore. It's actively preparing for the inevitability of contact, whether it's microbial or intelligent. That's a huge shift in posture.
Yeah, it really is.
Precisely. This softening prepares the public mind, making the idea of cosmic neighbors less abstract, less other, and far more immediate and concrete.
Less sci-fi, more reality.
Exactly. It's no longer a question of if, but when and how we will find evidence of life beyond Earth. The scientific community, through their discoveries and proactive preparatory actions, is gently, logically guiding public perception towards an acceptance of a cosmos rich with life.
Aligning with the bigger shifts.
Aligning perfectly with the broader energetic shifts we discussed earlier. They are laying the intellectual groundwork for profound revelations.
And finally, we have the whistleblowers. Credible voices bringing topics once ridiculed, topics that were the domain of fringe theories,
Yeah, the conspiracy stuff.
directly into the mainstream. It really feels like the truth, or at least major fragments of it, is finally emerging, piercing through decades of silence and skepticism.
It's a truly dramatic and, frankly, unprecedented shift in our current era. The source highlights that credible whistleblowers and retired officials are emerging one after another with astounding testimonies.
And these aren't anonymous sources anymore.
No, not always. These accounts include explicit discussions of crash-retrieved non-human craft, details about secret program study extraterrestrial materials, and first-hand sightings during military operations that defy conventional explanation.
And the news is covering it.
Right. What was once derided as conspiracies is now regularly covered in mainstream news outlets, a clear indication that the collective consciousness is shifting. The Overton window has moved.
And for many, the most compelling part, lending an almost undeniable weight to these claims, is their testimony in Congress.
Yes.
That's a whole new level of legitimacy for these conversations.
Absolutely it is. The source references recent events where a panel of former Air Force and Navy personnel testified under oath to your lawmakers that they personally witnessed UFOs and believe the government has concealed its knowledge.
Under oath.
Under oath. They even presented unexplained footage, such as a spherical craft hit by a missile yet continuing unharmed.
Incredible.
This isn't happening in hushed tones behind closed doors anymore. This is happening in public hearings, under oath, to elected officials. This is a dramatic shift.
Where they're taken seriously.
Where such claims are now met with serious nods rather than ridicule in Congress. That shows the soil of collective consciousness has become fertile for the seeds of truth. It's an institutional validation that speaks volumes.
So it's not just individual whispers anymore, it's systemic pressure, driven by insiders willing to risk everything to bring this information forward.
Exactly. And the force notes that tech giants and insiders defecting from the old paradigm and quietly assisting disclosure efforts, plus documents being declassified step by step, are creating this behind-the-scenes momentum.
Accelerating the process.
Accelerating it, yes. While some might feel impatient, longing for that single definitive announcement.
Yeah, just tell us.
This perspective suggests that momentum is building to a tipping point. These external shifts, from official inquiries to whistleblower testimonies, serve to powerfully validate the inner knowing that individuals have been cultivating.
The outer world catching up to the inner.
Demonstrating that the external world is finally catching up to what many already intuitively understand. The seeds of truth are taking root, and the harvest, it seems, is drawing near.
Okay, so with all these intricate layers, energetic shifts, celestial signs, cautious government moves, audacious private sector innovation, scientific acceptance, courageous whistleblowers, it's a truly complex cosmic tapestry.
It really is.
The biggest question remains, why now? Why is all of this accelerating today, in this specific period of human history?
Right. The timing question. The answer from the Pleiadian High Council is beautifully clear, I think. Deeply resonant and profoundly hopeful. Disclosure and contact are being brought forward now because humanity is at last ready to rejoin the greater family of light.
Ready, even with all the chaos.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah.
The cosmic timing aligns with your collective reaching a certain threshold of spiritual maturity. Despite, or perhaps even because of, the recent turmoil, the shadows brought to the surface, the global challenges. Enough humans have awakened compassion, wisdom, and courage to consciously welcome an expanded reality. It's like a collective coming of age.
It's almost like humanity has been in a kind of cosmic time out, allowed to grow and evolve independently without overt interference so we could truly find our own path.
Precisely. That's very much the picture painted.
Yeah.
The source explains that long ago, the High Council withdrew from overt interaction to allow humanity to grow without undue interference, to find your own power and chart your own destiny.
And that phase is ending.
This phase of isolation is ending. It's beautifully likened to a flower that has been budded. Humanity is beginning to bloom, and the larger garden is eager to see your petals unfurl.
That's a lovely image.
Isn't it? Disclosure, the unveiling of long-hidden truths, dissolves the artificial walls that kept you believing you were alone. And contact.
The next step.
The open exchange with benevolent extraterrestrial is described as the natural next step once those walls fall.
So this isn't meant to be a shock that shatters our world, but rather a joyful reunion.
Exactly. A reunion in love between Earth and the cosmos, meant not to shock or impose, but to reunite long-separated members of one universal family.
Which raises that important question. What does this reunion offer humanity beyond just the comforting realization of not being alone?
Right. What's the benefit?
What does it really mean for us?
It offers a profound expansion, doesn't it? of our understanding of self, our history, our true place in the universe. It's about stepping into our rightful place as members of a galactic community.
And this reunion, this open contact, promises immense healing, joy, and transformative growth on a scale we can barely imagine. What does the source describe as the truly breathtaking potentials of this united future?
The vision they paint is nothing short of inspiring. Imagine, as the source suggests, the healing and the joy that will erupt when peoples of Earth realize they have siblings from the stars who have been loving them from afar.
Just knowing that would change so much.
That recognition alone of being part of a larger benevolent family would dissolve so much of the division, the isolation, the perceived scarcity that currently plagues our world. And beyond that profound emotional and psychological shift, imagine the technological and spiritual growth that can happen in partnership. When society can finally benefit from knowledge that has been suppressed or held back.
Knowledge that could help us solve big problems.
Exactly. Knowledge that could swiftly alleviate suffering and advance our civilization by millennia.
So we're talking about things like genuinely clean energy, advanced healing methods,
Right.
and access to wisdom from civilizations millions of years old. That would fundamentally change every aspect of our lives on Earth.
Absolutely. The source specifically mentions clean energy, advanced healing methods, wisdom of civilizations millions of years old. These are just a few tantalizing examples of the breathtaking potentials that become accessible through open contact and full galactic integration.
Wow.
This is presented as the ultimate aha moment, where the profound benefits of this shift become undeniably clear. It links your personal spiritual practice directly to a planetary future, where humanity not only survives, but truly thrives in partnership with its galactic family.
This future, they imply, is the very reason why all these interconnected shifts are happening now.
Yes, Earth and her people are crying for transformation, and the universe, according to the source, has heard the call and is preparing the way for this glorious return.
So for our listener who might be feeling this inner knowing, this deep connection, perhaps more strongly than ever after this deep dive, what is their unique mission in this unfolding grand reunion?
Yeah, what's your part to play?
How are they, individually, a co-creator and leader in this nascent new era?
Your mission, the Pleiadian High Council explains, is incredibly significant. It extends far beyond just personal growth.
Okay.
Through conscious choice and consistent daily practice, you are transcending the limitations that others might still accept, limitations which once held the collective back. You are actively choosing direct communion with spirit and with your star elders.
Becoming your own ambassador.
Becoming, in essence, your own ambassador between Earth and the galactic community. In doing so, you light a path that others may follow when they too are ready.
Like showing the way.
Becoming living proof that one need not wait for official permission to embrace the universe or to connect with their cosmic heritage.
And when those official announcements finally do come after all this preparation, what's our role then? How do we serve as anchors in that moment?
When official announcements do arrive, potentially creating waves of shock or fear for many.
Yeah, could be unsettling for some.
You will meet that news with a smile of knowing, because you've already integrated this truth within yourself. You will be pillars of calm and hope for those around who might feel fear at first.
Holding the space.
Exactly. Holding the space. The source sees many of you will step into leadership roles, helping your communities process the revelations, offering comfort, context, and a steady presence. Your mission, fundamentally, is to help humanity move from seeing star beings as potential invaders to recognizing us as family.
Shifting fear to recognition.
Yes, and this crucial role is amplified, they assure us. The Pleiadian High Council states they are with you at every step, amplifying your efforts, making your light even brighter and more far-reaching.
That's a truly empowering thought. Our individual light, our inner work, is supported and amplified by these benevolent forces.
It is.
And they mention synchronicities as affirmations along the way, little signs.
Yes, absolutely. As you consciously raise your vibration and deepen your connection, you will notice the universe winking at you in little ways. You know, timely coincidences, profound messages through songs or strangers, recurring patterns of numbers.
Seeing 11-point lemon everywhere.
Maybe. These aren't random. They're described as gentle affirmations that you are in alignment with the divine flow, confirming your path.
Yeah.
The ultimate advice is to cultivate joy and wonder, because these high vibrations are your passport to the stars. This whole reconnection is meant to be a celebration, a homecoming.
So what does this all mean for you right now after this deep dive?
Yeah, the takeaway.
I mean that your every action, your every inner shift, your every conscious choice to embody love and truth has immeasurable significance in shaping this collective future.
Really, Tess.
You are encouraged to step confidently into your role and speak your truth about what you sense and know, becoming a living testament to humanity's cosmic awakening. #tag outro. Well, this has been an extraordinary deep dive, hasn't it? A true journey into humanity's accelerating cosmic connections.
Absolutely fascinating stuff.
We've explored how this confluence of energetic shifts on Earth, visible celestial phenomena, the cautious, slow drip of official disclosure, and the incredible advancements in science and the private sector are all converging towards an inevitable point of contact. And, maybe more profoundly, we've come to understand how your individual inner knowing and consistent spiritual practice aren't just personal journeys.
No, much bigger.
But powerful catalysts, creating a ripple effect that prepares the entire planet for open contact. It's a grand reunion, a culmination of humanity's spiritual maturity, promising breathtaking potentials for healing, joy, and transformative growth.
A lot to look forward to.
The source material leaves us with such a potent, affirming message. The outcome is assured a reunion in love between Earth and the cosmos.
That's powerful. Assured.
So, as you go about your day, we invite you to truly consider, what does it mean to not just know intellectually, but to feel deeply the presence of a vast, benevolent cosmic family?
Yeah, feel it in your bones.
How might that knowing, that inner certainty, shift your perspective on every aspect of your earthly life, even before any official announcement hits the headlines?
How would it change how you live?
How might it change the way you interact with others, how you approach challenges, or how you define your own purpose? Because as the Pleiadian High Council assures us with unwavering certainty, the best is yet to come. Truly, the breakthroughs you will witness and partake in during the coming times are more wondrous than you can imagine. The stage is set and the curtain is beginning to rise on humanity's next chapter as an interstellar civilization.
Wow. And this journey, while it's profound and transformative, it's one you are never alone in. It takes immense courage, really, to embrace such an expanded reality, to trust your inner compass, and knowing when the outer world may still be catching up.
It does take courage.
But your light is not just needed, it is essential, and your contributions are deeply appreciated by the larger cosmic family. We are with you always, in spirit and intention, and we shall rejoice together as the new day dawns, and humanity steps fully into its interstellar heritage.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Until next time, take care and have a wonderful and blessed day.